Good morning, class 11. Well, in continuation with the topic methods of estimating correlation, where already in my previous video I've explained you how to estimate correlation by scatter diagram. So today in this video you will be doing the second method of estimating the correlation, that is Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation. Well children, the scatter diagram simply indicates the direction of correlation but not give its precise magnitude, whereas Karl-Pearson method has given a quantitative method of calculating correlation. This method is very important and it has been widely used method. So children, Karl-Pearson method of coefficient of correlation is generally denoted as small r. And to estimate coefficient of relation by this method, the formula which has been used is r equals to sigma xy upon n standard deviation x standard deviation y. Now over here r is actually the coefficient of correlation, whereas x equals to x minus x bar, which is mean, y equals to y minus y bar, which is mean, then standard deviation x, which is standard deviation of x series, and standard deviation of y, which stands for standard deviation of y series, and n stands for number of observations. Okay. Now children, here you have to remember one thing, that this formula of Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation, it is applied only when the series, in that series where deviations are actually worked out from the actual average of the series. So if the deviation is been assumed, then this will not be used. And one thing you people know very well, that is the value of coefficient of correlation is always calculated on the basis of this formula, which is between +1 and -1. Though you'll find that value of r will be varying between +1 and -1. So the Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation can be calculated by three different methods, that is the direct method, shortcut method, and step deviation method. So let's start with the first method, that is the direct method, and the formula for direct method goes like this, that is r equals to sigma xy upon square root sigma x square into sigma y square, where x equals to x minus x bar and y equals to y minus y bar. That is the mean. Now let's calculate the coefficient of correlation by this method. So the data which has been given to us is, we have been given with the x and y, where x is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and y is 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 and 18. Now we have to calculate coefficient of correlation with this data. So if you see, a table is been drawn, and in this table if you see, there are 7 columns. In the first column I have taken x, second column we are going to find out the deviation from x, third column is of x square, then again next column is of y, then the next one is we need to find out the deviation from this y, then y square, and then xy. So let's put the values. X values are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now children, when we add this value, we get sigma x to be as 35, and your n is 7. If you add all this x, how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So your mean, you know how to calculate mean, that is sigma x upon n. Your n is 7, sigma x is 35. If you divide 35 from 7, you get 5. So you got your mean to be as 5. Now what we'll do? We'll find out the deviation. How? From the value of x, we are going to minus the deviation, that is mean. So the first one value is 2. So 2 minus 5, that comes to minus 3. Then 3 minus 5 comes to minus 2. 4 minus 5 comes to minus 1. 5 minus 5 is 0. Then 6 minus 5 is plus 1. 7 minus 5 is plus 2. 8 minus 5 is plus 3. Now what we will be doing it? We will be adding all the negative values together and positive together, and then we are going to deduct. If we add, we get 3 plus 2 plus 1, that comes to 5. So minus 5, and 1 plus 2 plus 3 comes to 6. 6 and 1 plus 2 plus 3, that comes to 6. So plus 6. So minus 6 plus 6, that comes to 0. So your sigma x equals to 0. Now we are going to square up the value of x. So if you square up 3, you get 9. You square up 2, you get 4. You square up 1, you get 1. 0 will be 0. Again 1 will be 1. You square up 2, you get 4. You square up 3, you get 9. And add all the x square together, you get sigma x square to be as 28. Now let's put the value of y, which is 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 and 18. Now if we add all sigma y together, we get 70. And our n is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your n is 7. If you divide 70 from 7, you get 10. So you got your mean to be as 10. Now let's find out deviation, which is from y minus mean. So your y is 4. 4 minus 10, you get minus 6. 7 minus 10, you get minus 3. Then 8 minus 10, you get minus 2. 9 minus 10, you get minus 1. 10 minus 10 is 0. 14 minus 10 plus 4, and 18 minus 10, you get plus 8. Now add all the negative values together and positive together. If we add, we get 12. Minus 12 and plus 12. So that comes to sigma y will be 0. Now square up the value of x. So 6 square up, 6 is 36. Square up 3 is 9. Square up 2 is 4. 1 is 1. 0 will be 0. Square of 4 will be 16. 8 will be 64. Now add up all the y square together. You get sigma y square to be as 130. That is 130. And the last column will be xy. Now we are going to multiply the value of x and y. Now when we multiply the value of x and y, so what we'll take? We'll take the value that is minus 3 and minus 6. So 3 into 6, that comes to 18. Minus 6, minus 3 and minus 6 will be plus 18. Minus minus will be plus. Then minus 2 and minus 3. You multiply it, you get 6. So minus minus will be plus 6. Then minus 1 into minus 2 will be 2. It will be plus 2. Then 1 minus 0 will be 0. Then plus 1 into 0 will again be 0. Then plus 2 into plus 4 will be plus 8. Then plus 3 into plus 8 will be plus 24. Now add up all these together. You get your sigma xy to be as 58. See how easy it is. Now let's put this value into formula, where formula goes like this of coefficient of correlation. R equals to sigma xy upon square root sigma x square into sigma y square. So your sigma xy is how much, children? 58 upon sigma x square is 28 into sigma y square is 130. If you multiply 20 into 130, you get 3640. So let's find out the square root of 3640, which comes to 60.33. So we get a value of 58 upon 60.33. Now if we calculate 50 divided by 60.33, you get your R equals to plus 0.96. means your coefficient of correlation is positive 0.96. So it is a situation of high positive correlation, means that it is a situation of a positive relationship between the two variables, that is x and y. So this is how you can calculate coefficient of correlation.